I pulled the door wide open. Then I heard my dad laugh. Once and again, a unicorn! Oh wow, look! In all that rain, his long mane shook. Not big, not small, unicorn-sized. My dad and I were quite surprised. He said, I'm lost, nowhere to go. It's really rather cold, you know. So please, could I just come inside? I'll leave as soon as I have dried. I started at him. I stared at him. He stared at me. Then said, please can I have some tea? Oh yes, some tea. How rude of me. I sat down, smiled with glee. Some breakfast for you, my dad said, and Unicorn nodded his head. He sat down, too, and glanced across the tabletop. I'm at loss, he said. Perhaps just something small. But then the unicorn ate it all. He took some toast. He spreaded jam thick. Don't overdo it, that's the trick. Some croissants here, some butter here. I think ink we went into his hair. Then munch, crunch, and he was done. My dad had eaten none. Sorry. Then the unicorn let out a sigh and said, thank you. Now as I dry, perhaps there's something we could do. Some crafts or games, just one or two. We pulled out the games down from the shelf. Then Unicorn forgot himself. I love this one, he shouted out, as the pieces scattered it all about. He spied our books and made a plea. How marvelous! Please read to me. Then we started off with one, then two. Yes, Unicorn loves books. Who knew? What's next? He said. Let's do more. He cantered through the nearest door, then found a paint room and cried out, paint! I started to feel slightly faint. Be careful of all the mess, as he sat painting on my bed. Then suddenly, without a care, he pointed his nose into the air and said, goodness, what is that smell? Can I stay here for lunch as well? To the kitchen, there we saw a thing that made us stare. Ew-wee. A feast! A table full of treats my dad had made. He'd so much tasty treats. Do I take a seat? He said and smiled. I stood amazed. This day was wild. And then Uni said, you're quite the host. Of all the things I love the most, as fruit I need to eat in haste. I'll only have a little taste. A mouthful here, a taster there. The unicorn sat in a chair and said, can you please pass a plate? I'll eat one thing, or maybe 8. He pulled up things, stacked them on in a flash. The food was gone, so he got more. He ate with style. My dad watched him with a smile. Probably I should leave, he said. My friend is waiting. Pass the bread. So Unicorn didn't stop here. He picked up the berries and pear. Oh, such delicious stuff, he said, admiring one cream puff. And scaffolding in sausage rolls with flair. Is that a party ring just there? Ooh. Ah, rumbled with his tongue. I didn't even leave a crumb, he said. That truly was delish. The cake, the nibbles, every dish. But then, oh gosh, I'm very late. It's cold. It's really time I hurried. No dub it. My friend will be quite worried. You've been so kind. Goodbye, he said, as thunder rumbled overhead. We watched him walk off in the rain, and Booth called out, "Please come again."